Hello and welcome to another Guidance to Wiltshire video. I'm your host Derry, and this week on Send Forth All Legions, the Chief's Ruffians. Having seen his armies defeated at Helm's Deep, the forges of Isengard flooded by the Ents, and ultimately his plans for dominating Middle-earth torn to shreds, Saruman had no choice but to flee the Tower of Orthanc and make his way into the wilderness to the north. Believing that his downfall was initiated by Merry and Pippin, the halflings that spurred the slumbering Ents into action, Saruman plotted his revenge. This began with him now going under the guise of Sharky, gathering to him bands of ruffians and bullies which he would use to pressure the hobbits of the Shire into selling or just handing over to him their buildings, produce and lands. Some hobbits, such as the miller's son Ted Sandyman, sold their properties willingly and shared Sharky's ambition to turn the Shire into a place of industry and profit. However, Sharky could not assume power on his own. He would need a puppet to be the figurehead of his operations, and a hobbit that could convince the others to fall in line. It was Lotho Sackville Baggins that was seen as the boss up in Bag End, passing laws, introducing taxes and sanctions, and allowing the ruffians to run roughshod over his own kind for the sake of making profit for the real master behind the scenes. Yet many hobbits did not take kindly to the regime introduced under Sharky and Lotho, and many would speak out against them only to be dragged to the lockholes. Soon Sharky took formal control of the Shire, and bands of ruffians became a common sight, terrorising hobbits and beating them if they did not follow the rules. When the travellers returned, Sharky would send as many ruffians as he had to spare to halt them and bring them to Bag End in chains should they try to resist. The army composition. We'll move straight into the heroes. So you have Sharky and Worm that come as one profile. You have Sid Briarthorn, Ruffian Chief. Rowan Thistlewood, Ruffian Enforcer. You have Bill Fernie. You have Ted Sandyman and Lotho Sackville Baggins as your heroes. And then your only troop choice is a ruffian who can take a bow or a whip. So not many models at all to choose from, but still enough heroes. And straight into the additional rules. The Chief's Ruffians may include warbands of between 10 and 12 ruffians without the need for a hero to lead them. In these warbands, nominate a single warrior model within the warband as the captain for the purposes of deployment. These warbands may only be included if all the other hero models from this legendary legion are already included in the player's army. And the next one is Ted Sandyman may still include Hobbit Militia in his warband even though they're not listed in the army composition above. So it gives you a little bit more variation, and it allows you to build, and the first additional rule allows you to build this army to whatever points value you wish, as there's no generic captains. I think it's pretty cool. It kind of shows that there's only a certain number of figureheads within the ruffian forces, but apart from that, we'll get straight into the special rules, which there are a few of. So the first one, you do what Sharky says. The ruffians will follow Sharky's rule unquestioningly, and his orders are swiftly relayed to all ruffians. Sharky's standfast affects the entire battlefield. Amazing. Really good for a really low courage army. The next one is Sharky's Wrath. Following his embarrassment at the hands of Merry and Pippin, Sharky now harbours a deep hatred for all halflings. Sharky gains the Hatred Hobbit special rule, so that's rerolling to wound, I think, or maybe +1, I can't remember off the top of my head. The Chief's Whips. Many ruffians carry whips, which they use to inflict pain upon those that oppose them. Ruffian models gain +1 to hit when using a whip, always helpful, especially when you're probably going to have like a third of your force with whips. The Chief's Command. Sharky will suffer no fools under his command, and when he is near, those that follow him will strive to do his bidding. Ruffian models within 6 inches of Sharky may use his courage value instead of their own when making courage tests. Again, a low courage army, this is definitely useful. Strength in numbers. The ruffians are much braver when the battle is going their way. Whilst this force is not broken, ruffian models gain +1 to their courage value. Again, useful when when you've got those massive numbers and you're going to be, similar to the Defenders of Shire, you're going to be looking to outnumber your opponent kind of 2 to 1. So straight on to the designer's notes. This legendary legion represents the ruffians under Sharky's control and the few hobbits that followed him willingly for their own profit. Not all hobbits are as noble as Frodo and Sam, after all. Though his downfall came at the hands of the Ents, Saruman blamed it on the hobbits who spurred them into marching upon Isengard. This legendary legion differs from the already existing Sharky's Rogues army list in that players must take the heroes listed before they start to pack out their force with ruffians. This allows players to have much more variety in their force if they wish, at the cost of some numbers, but rewards the players for doing so. So you've got a good mix of heroes. They each give their own perks and definitely are useful. So we'll come to the hierarchy of heroes next. Hierarchy of heroes. As usual, we will do 450, 600 and 750 points. There's not masses of change through all of them. So we'll start with 450, where I think it's Sharky and Worm, Sid Briarthorn, Rowan Thistlewood, and then Lotho Sackville Baggins. I think the 3 heroes other than Sharky and Worm are more useful than the other 2 that are in this list. Which is why I put them ahead. It's all personal choice at the end of the day, but I think they're slightly more competitive. And then if you move on to 600 and 750 points, it's exactly the same. And at this point, you can include the extra 2 heroes. So it's Sharky and Worm, Sid Briarthorn, Rowan Thistlewood, Lotho Sackville Baggins, Bill Ferny, and then Ted Sandyman. Like I said, there's not many heroes, and your troops are really cheap, so you can get all of them in, and the heroes aren't that expensive either, with Sharky and Worm being the most expensive at 60 points. So we'll come straight in with the army lists next. As with the hierarchy of heroes, we'll come in with the different points levels of 450, 600 and 750 points, and you can see how I've built my lists. Not much to say other than let's dive straight in. So Warband 1 is Sharky and Worm, and you have 5 ruffians, 4 ruffians with bow, 3 ruffians with a whip. Warband 2 is Sid Briarthorn with 5 ruffians, 4 ruffians with a bow, 3 ruffians with a whip. Warband 3 is Rowan Thistlewood with 4 ruffians with bow, 4 ruffians with whip. And Warband 4 is Lotho Sackville Baggins with 4 ruffians with bow, 4 ruffians with a whip. So this comes to 53 models. You have Sid Briarthorn's Ruffian Banner effect. You have 16 bows and 14 whips, which is pretty handy. You've got 5 might. You've got the possibility of a free heroic combat with Rowan Thistlewood if there's hobbits around. You've got Sharky's spells of Immobilize and Terrifying Aura. All ruffians can put them in chains against hobbits, which is essentially paralysing them. Rowan Thistlewood can burn down some terrain. And Lotho's Considerable Wealth special rule can aid nearby ruffians or protect himself. So I think it's pretty solid. You're going to want that number of models because you will die very quickly and you don't have any spear supports. So moving on to 600 points. Warband 1 is Sharky and Worm. Then 4 ruffians with a bow, 3 ruffians with a whip. Warband 2 is Sid Briarthorn. Again, 4 ruffians with bow, 3 ruffians with a whip. Warband 3, Rowan Thistlewood, 4 ruffians with bow, 3 ruffians with a whip. Warband 4 is Bill Ferny, 4 ruffians with bow, 3 ruffians with a whip. Warband 5 is Lotho Sackville Baggins, 4 ruffians with bow, 3 ruffians with a whip. And Warband 6 is Ted Sandyman with 10 Hobbit Militia. So this has 74 models at 600 points, which is massive. You've got Sid Briarthorn's Banner effect. You have 20 bows, 15 whips and 12 throw stones. You've got 7 might, again the possibility of a free heroic combat with Rowan Thistlewood providing there are hobbits around. You've got Sharky's spells of Immobilize and Terrifying Aura. All Ruffians can put them in chains against hobbits, which again is the Paralyze. Rowan Thistlewood can burn down some terrain. Bill Fernie can let you alter an opponent's reinforcement roll, which could come in handy in hold ground, recon, any Maelstrom of Battle scenario. And Lotho's Considerable Well special can aid nearby Ruffians and hobbits, which is really cool. So again, good, a lot of models, a hell of a lot of models at 600 points. It would be really interesting to see a Hobbit Defenders of the Shire list versus Ruffians, because at 600 points you're probably looking at close to 150 models on the table. So yeah, really, really interesting, just lots and lots to do. So moving on to 750 points. Again, Warband 1, Sharky and Worm, 4 Ruffians with bow, 4 Ruffians with a whip. Warband 2 is Sid Briarthorn, 4 Ruffians with bow, 4 Ruffians with a whip. Warband 3 is Rowan Thistlewood, again 4 Ruffians with bow, 4 Ruffians with whip. Warband 4 is Bill Fernie, 4 Ruffians with bow, 4 Ruffians with whip. Lotho Sackville Baggins, 4 Ruffians with bow, 4 Ruffians with a whip. Ted Sandyman with 12 Hobbit Militia. Then you've got Warband 7 is 5 Ruffians, 3 Ruffians with bow, 3 Ruffians with a whip. And Warband 8 again is 5 Ruffians, 3 Ruffians with a bow, 3 Ruffians with a whip. That's lots of talking. So this has 101 models at 750 points, which is just staggering. You've got Sid Briarthorn's banner effect. You have 26 bows and 26 whips. You have and 14 throw stones. You have 7 might. The possibility of free heroic combat with Rowan Thistlewood. Sharky's spells, Immobilize and Terrifying Aura. All Ruffians can put them in chains, again Paralyze for hobbits. Rowan Thistlewood can burn some terrain. Bill Fernie can alter an opponent's reinforcement roll, and Lotho's Considerable Wealth can aid Ruffians and hobbits. I've built these lists with the pack of Ruffians you can buy in mind, which is why there's an equal, as much as I can, an equal split of non-additional war gear bows and whips, because I think they come in 3 groups of 4 maybe, I may be slightly wrong, but it's definitely probably the way you want to run it. It gives you an extra couple of guys here and there if you don't give them war gear, and I think the models are cool. It's not an army I have anything for, not necessarily one I want to try out in the future, maybe at a low points, maybe 500, but again that's going to be quite an expensive army as it is. So that's my thoughts on the Chiefs of Ruffians. If you have any practice with them, anything additional you want to tell me, please let me know in the comments below. Please comment, like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.